Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's been a while, hope all of you guys are doing good. Anyways, today I'll be talking about the top 10 martial arts manga and manhwa. Before we get started, don't forget to like the video and hit the subscribe button. I would also greatly appreciate it if you guys can help spread my channel and help it grow. Let's hit 1K.
Number 10.
Bowblade Spirit. The bow is a weapon that dominates everything in sight, even for targets hiding at distances too far for the eyes to see. Just imagine a weapon you cannot even see targeting your life. What could possibly be scarier than that? The story begins with the daily lives of a young boy and his grandfather. The grandfather trains the young boy in martial arts through an extremely difficult training regime. After learning their secret art, he finally surpasses his grandfather. Now a grown man, the grandfather sends him off to a distant city in search of a wife. Little does he know that through this journey he will experience many hardships. Thus begins the rise of a hero who will overturn the Murum world.
Number 9.
The Descent of the Demonic Master. Gang Jin-ho lived a life of suffering. After a tragic accident, he loses both his family and his own legs. Overcome with grief, he ends his own life. However, he is given a second chance and is reborn into ancient China, where martial arts and cultivation existed. He begins to learn martial arts and eventually earned fame as the Red Demonic Master, but was betrayed by the man he trusted the most. Surprisingly, he wakes up to find himself back in the modern world before the accident happened. Gang Jin-ho prevents the tragedy from occurring again and decides to live a normal life. However, he was too used to being a martial artist to become a normal person. In front of the threats of his new life, can Gang Jin-ho shake off his impulses as the Red Demonic Master and obtain the normal life he desires? Thus begins the story of a legendary martial artist in the 21st century.
Number 8.
The Scholar's Reincarnation. One of the strongest martial artists was accused of murder and soon attacked by several masters of their respective sect. Although he eliminates many of them, he is eventually defeated in combat by a suicide attack. However, he is reborn to a local lord as a firstborn child. Now having a fresh start, a loving family and a little sister to defend in his new life, he decides to become a better person and care for others. Little does he know that multiple hardships await him.
Number 7.
Chronicles of Heavenly Demon. The successor of the Spearmaster sect and his apprentice Hyuk Woon Seong were framed for learning a forbidden demonic art and eventually slayed by several masters of the Orthodox sect. As Woon Seong was about to lose consciousness and die, the artifact that his master gave him emitted a bright light. When he opened his eyes, he was reborn as a young boy called Number 900 who was a trainee of the demonic cult. Despite his good fortune, the trainees in the demonic cult do not have it easy, and the previous owner of the body was ranked 900. However, with his past memories and experience from the Orthodox sect, Woon Seong begins to strengthen himself in the demonic cult and plans his revenge.
Number 6.
Peerless Dad. No Ga Jiang has led the life of a warrior ever since he remembers, isolated from the world and even illiterate. His life changes when he meets a beautiful woman who steals his heart. He marries her and they live a life of bliss, and she eventually gets pregnant. Against all odds, she unexpectedly dies during childbirth, leaving No alone with their newborn triplets. Desperate, saddened, but not broken, No swears to the heavens that he'll become an exemplary man to raise the invaluable treasures his wife left him. Thus begins the journey of the mighty warrior No becoming a peerless dad, and slowly realizing just how powerful he is for the sake of his children.
Number 5.
The Undefeatable Swordsman. This is the story of a young boy named Sung Woo Mun. The son of a village inn owner, Sung Woo Mun was originally a strong, healthy boy but eventually became weak and sickly as he inherited his mother's weak constitution. One night, he and his father meet and serve a sage at their inn. As the sage has no money, He pays them back with a beautiful painting. However, Song Woo-mun soon begins to develop an obsession with the painting. Although he manages to grow up as a healthy young man, he is deemed as an idiot who only stares at a painting. Unbeknownst to everyone, his life is about to change, and a new destiny awaits him when he turns 20. Not only does he undergo an awakening, he also sees the painting change. What could all of this mean for Woo-mun? And what strange world awaits him?
Number 4.
Legend of Asura, the Venom Dragon. Jin Ya Kang, a young child, is the lone survivor of the White Flower clan. He is later captured by the perpetrators of his clan's downfall, the Poison faction, and is experimented on and tortured. Although he manages to escape from his captives and attempts to seek help, he learns that the entire Muram Federation, which is renowned for being fair and just, is secretly supporting the evil actions of the Poison faction. Jin vows to get his revenge on the Poison faction, and one day, far in the future, the story of revenge against the Muram Federation shall be recorded in the legends.
Number 3.
Path of the Shaman. Gyeokhyun Magang, the strongest of the strong and the head of the SA clan, lies on his deathbed surrounded by his apprentices and peers. As he laments his fate, he feels gratitude towards his friends and allies, only to realize they all despised him for his cruelty. However, he still yearns for a longer life. However, the Reaper has different plans. Magang is given a sliver of hope when his only loyal disciple finds the herb of immortality and gives it to him. He desperately swallows the herb of immortality, and to his surprise, he actually lived. When he finally opened his eyes, thinking it was all a dream, he wakes up in the body of a young man and is surrounded by a bunch of old guys. Turns out the Reaper played a prank on him as he wasn't able to get his soul. Not only does he have the body of a pitiful errand boy, he is now part of the shamans who were his archenemies. Accepting his new fate, he tries his best to become the best disciple to learn their secret art and conquer the world again.
Number 2.
Volcanic Age. The story begins with the death of Ju Seo-chon at the age of 77 as the top elder of the Mount Hua sect. After his death, he travels back in time when he was only an 8-year-old disciple who had recently joined the sect, still living with his master. A year later, at the age of 9, he began his independent training outside the supervision of his master. Finally, out of constant supervision, Ju Seo-chon is starting to use the improved version of Plum Blossom Chi art, which had not yet been developed. He utilizes his past memories and experiences and begins his journey of rising to the top and clearing his past regrets.
Before I reveal the number 1 manhwa, here are some honorable mentions.
Red Storm. Red Storm follows the life and experiences of a young prospective chieftain named Yulian of the Parea tribe. Despite his dreams of becoming the most powerful warrior of the Red Desert, he is actually quite lacking. However, be it fate or chance, he meets a foreign man named Noya, an extremely strong martial artist from a different dimension. Noya takes him in as a disciple and instructs him in a unique martial art. After a few years, Yulian becomes an expert as well and tries his best to make his tribe the strongest in the Red Desert. In order to do so, he begins to search for strong allies and seeks to form the ultimate group that can solve anything. A Sark. In the 17th century, the Holy Roman Empire was ravaged by the 30 Years' War. In the middle of this chaos appeared a Japanese samurai mercenary named Isaac. His fierce battle begins as he attempts to avenge his master, reclaim a stolen weapon, and save his master's daughter, all of which is caused by a traitorous disciple. Tale of a scribe who retires to the countryside. The story begins with a scholar who failed the national exams. As he drinks and curses the unfairness of the world, he attracts the attention of a martial artist. He is eventually persuaded to record the life of the martial artist into a book. Through their journey, Sun Bin meets many great people and soon finds himself following the same path as the master, as the martial arts king.
Number 1.
Mujing. Set during the Goryeo military regime, a certain slave holds a deep secret. He is the only remaining son of the country's strongest martial artist. As he is an orphaned slave, he is used mostly in underground battle tournaments for both entertainment and profit. Kwon shows excellent martial arts skills that can best every opponent he comes across, which eventually catches the attention of the military. He becomes tangled up in conspiracies and power struggles on his path towards revenge for the death of both his father and older brother. Thus begins the story of a hero that arises from a slave to the strongest general. As always, thanks for watching and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.